Amazing afternoon, Nigerians. I know that it's a bit surprising to see us live at this time, but I mean, urgent steps, they require urgent actions. So I wait to make I say make I come out to go live twice today. Today at this time, and then we'll go live again later in the evening. Welcome to the show. So just to give you a quick update, because matter plenty we'll go talk about, we may not be able to handle all of the updates that we have, especially concerning this, what is the developing stories for inside Nigeria. If you know handle all of them immediately, so now waiting make we say, make we sharp begin bring you reactions now before time pass like this, so that the reactions in the flow already. Welcome to the show. I should say no be news again to you. Say the United States of America conduct a swift, precise, and sweet action for inside Nigeria, just like Trump predicts, saying when they do am, say it go dey swift, sweet, and you know it's in talk. So they don't do that action. Surprisingly, even though say Nigerian government they talk say that action and in connection or in coordination with Nigerian, but people can talk say why na Nigerian US government go first give out the report instead of our own government. Why not them go first talk about them? But make I bring you some of the story them we don't follow this matter as it just take be as it hot they happen. We may not attend to all of them today, but once we may not attend to all of them this afternoon. The rest of them we will attend to in the evening. Make I just give you a quick update so that we're not gonna miss anything. Now, US has successfully carried out a military strike in Nigeria. Trump now announced them by himself. Tinubu gave Trump go ahead for US military airstrike in Nigeria. Foreign Affairs Minister to Ghana in the talk this one. US coordinated with National Security Advisor offices to strike ISIS-linked terrorist targets inside Nigeria. That now within Nigerian government still the talk. US didn't seek Nigeria's approval before airstrikes on terrorist targets, says Rafsanjani. This one another talk, another angle to the conversation. And meanwhile, other people then don't they talk. People will affect. Arewa don't talk. Say then they ask for respect for Nigeria's sovereignty amid US military strikes in Northwest. Say how you know go respect our sovereignty, go just come. So people can say, excuse me, what is good for Benin Republic to safeguard democracy is also good to safeguard the lives of people dying in Nigeria. Abi, okay. Shawari condemns US airstrikes in northwest Nigeria as reckless, imperialist, and extremely dangerous. And then Shawari also accuses Tinubu administration of failing to protect Nigeria's sovereignty amid US strikes. So now, sovereignty versus killing of bandits. Now, or ISWAP. You rely on France for tax reforms, US for security. Why are you in Aso Rock? Nigerians they ask Tinubu as they label Tinubu government handicapped. Say no one way you feel do at all at all. Meanwhile, Defense Headquarters explains why US launched airstrikes in ISIS terrorists in Nigeria. Afenifere hails Tinubu government over US military strikes in northern Nigeria. Trump action. Trump sanctioned US airstrike in Sokoto, war against Islam, northern Nigerian Muslims. Gumi now they talk this one. Say not be saying just one key terrorist or in one key Muslims, Islam and northern Nigerian Muslims. Some people say, excuse me, all northern Nigerian Muslims now them be terrorists, what did they kill? So why do you think it's targeted at northern Nigerian? Well, he said it again. In fact, he told Nigerian government halt military cooperation with US immediately. So you don't tell Nigerian government. Okay. Tambuwa calls for calm after US airstrikes in Sokoto State. US airstrike in Sokoto State. Stay calm. Will defeat terror. Kwankwaso also they tell residents. Nigerian got low in 2025. Sam Amadi react to US military airstrike on terrorists in Sokoto State. Explosions rock Kwara after US airstrikes on terrorists in Sokoto State. Hours after US airstrike in Sokoto, explosion reportedly rocks Kwara community. Not be small explosion, no. They talk about that one too. PDP condemns Tinubu for poor communication after Trump broke news of US strike in Nigeria first. So why not US go break the news of what happened for your soil first before you? Where you did, what you they do? Where United States go first help you break news of what happened for your own country under your nose. Now waiting PDP they tell them that. Grenade explosions in Nasarawa residential compound leaves female soldier, 2 kids injured. And then Catholic priest shot by unknown gunmen in Imo on Christmas Day. Panic in Ofakwara as midnight explosions destroyed buildings after Trump announces US airstrikes on ISIS in Nigeria. And then US Christmas Day airstrikes in Sokoto trigger fresh calls for Nnamdi Kanu's release or relocation from Sokoto State. And then the other matters, and we will talk about Tinubu linked Alpha Beta firm sets Lagos 2026 tax targets at 22.8 trillion naira, more than double previous revenue. Well, all this matter and more now we're going to talk about this afternoon. And joining us inside the studio, Oga Barrister Manki Tenan Adubabari. Barrister, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the show, Saturday. Good afternoon.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. So, Trump, oh, make I show you evidence as I talk am, because this thing what Trump do, I won't report you to Ram. I don't know why he go do us this kind of thing when do us. Finish this kind of thing when do us. Can't get mine. Tell us, Merry Christmas. Join them. It did good. Now make I read it in top. He said tonight, at my direction, as Commander-in-Chief, the United States launches a powerful and deadly strike against ISIS terrorist scum. He called them scum. So you know what scum mean? Scum. Ew. Scum in northwest Nigeria, who have been targeting and viciously killing primarily innocent Christians at levels not seen for many years. That is the level where they use kill. They never see them before for many years. And even centuries, they never see that kind of thing. I have previously warned these terrorists that if they did not stop the slaughtering of Christians, there would be hell to pay. And tonight, there was. That is hell, don't they? Where they go use pay. The Department of War executed numerous perfect strikes. He call them perfect strikes, as only the United States is capable of. You see the way they make mouth. He said the perfect strike now the way where only United States for this world go feed one. Under my leadership, our country will not allow radical Islamic terrorists to prosper. May God bless our military. And Merry Christmas to all, including the dead terrorists, of which there will be many more of their slaughter. If Christians, of which there will be many more, okay, he said, if their slaughter of Christians continue. Donald J. Trump, that's what he used to put out. This one don't raise a lot of controversy, sir. Why Oga Trump could talk this kind of thing when he talk about us? And even the United States Department of War also post about talk about how the use conducts the strike and you know how the strike use go, and I mean reacting basically to the strike. This one, a congressman, Bill Huizenga, now talked this one. He said today, in coordination with Nigerian governance, President Trump and the U.S. military took decisive action to protect Christians from radical Islamists in Nigeria. The congressional delegation led to Nigeria this past weekend provided insights that some attitudes inside the Nigerian government, some attitudes inside the Nigerian government are beginning to turn in favor of protecting Christians, in addition to taking actions against those terrorizing Christians and moderate Muslims. That's what they call them. As I have said previously, the US was too late in Rwanda and too late in South Sudan. This strike demonstrates the United States is taking the targeted killings in Nigeria very seriously, in case they're noting, say, US government serious. But that's not all. The Department of War also respond to the conversation. Make I try to get that reaction from the US Department of War before I begin take your reaction, because this one, it don't cause a lot of controversy, and Nigerians, they're very, very worried. I'm trying to see if I can get that reaction from the US Department of War. I think that's it. Yeah. Yes, that's the reaction from the US Department of War, because themselves don't react to the conversation. So you can see their own reaction here as they use put them inside here. So that's what they talk. They say at Putus tonight, that is at US President of the United States tonight, direction as Commander-in-Chief, the United States launched a powerful and deadly strike against ISIS terrorists in northwest Nigeria, who have been targeting and viciously killing primarily Christians, innocent Christians, that's what they put them, at levels not seen for many. Almost the same way Donald Trump, you send the message, now you send them. So make I take your reaction first. on the airstrike, then before I begin ask follow-up questions and begin talk about controversies which surround them. Some Northerners don't condemn the thing totally, say the thing they infringe on our sovereignty. Why US could do unto us? While Arewa group, they support President Tinubu saying that nine don't ready to fight terrorism and since support Trump for this one. But make a first take your reaction concerning the strike and Donald Trump action first.
Well, it's an interesting time to be alive to start with. It's good enough that we now are kind of experiencing what we've been hearing from remote part of the world in the time past. You hear of things like this, like the 90 minutes at Entebbe. You heard of what is the other one that Israelis has to enter Syria, came out, and the Syrian authority did not even know about what happened. Even when the Israelis came to Sudan to bomb their ammunition factory and the rest of them. To me, there's a dimension to this thing that is very interesting to me. Do you notice that Netanyahu, the ally?
Interestingly, I was on the show yesterday night. I finished around midnight while I was talking about Netanyahu's warning, and I did ask my guests. I remember asking my guests that question. Netanyahu, say the Israeli intelligence, Mossad, you understand, somehow they get very strong intelligence. I say, why Netanyahu go talk that and say it must end and it must end now? Is it the way you talk now?
Now.
I say, why it is at this time where Trump already they talk to us? Now Netanyahu come to talk and say it must end now. I asked that question like 3-4 times that yesterday because as I just finished my show now, yes, this thing don't happen. The thing shocked me very well. So what's in Netanyahu statement get to do with this thing will happen?
Well, to me, they are all a kind of coordinated attack. Like what is happening, what's coming from the US, you can't rule out Israeli intelligence. Take that. And when the civil war took place in Nigeria, the Israelis were contending with war at home. 1967 war.
Okay,
so they could not pay attention.
Yes, to Nigeria.
Yes, they could not pay attention to what was happening here. But I can tell you, never again. If you heard when Netanyahu spoke, you notice that the brother to Netanyahu, he was the commando that led the 90 minutes at Entebbe. And at the dying minutes, when they were about to move, he was fired from the control tower. And they had to bring the entire control tower down before they had to move. They only lost one fellow, that elderly woman that was taken for medical attention. If not, it was massive. And when they announced their success mid-air going, the entire war was in root shock because they could not believe. That was it. And they successfully went and they came back. So we are in a very interesting time. And like Israel is saying, they don't want what happened in the past to repeat itself. What is happening in Nigeria is a coordinated, because all that is going on, they look at Nigeria as a force, a powerful position that they can use. If Nigeria is conquered, West Africa is gone. And the moment West Africa is gone, Africa is as good as gone. So it's a systematic, well-coordinated plan attack. People for somebody like Gumi to be deported from Saudi Arabia, they should tell you, they should make serious meaning to anybody who is up thinking. If you go to a place like Qatar, you go to a place like Saudi Arabia and the rest of them that are growing, that are taking into account the Western policy, economic governance policy and all whatnot, thriving economy, go to UAE and the rest of them. It was UAE that supplied the name of sponsors of terrorism to Nigeria. So it means that some of these countries are very serious and are against this extremism. You heard of what happened in Egypt? That was where Muslim Brotherhood started, but they are bound them.
So not vex. So if most of these Middle East countries don't be against terrorism now, who can they fund these people then?
Sorry?
Who can they lead this agenda? Who can't they fund these people then when they disturb us?
No, they like in Nigeria here, and that is going to be part of the problem. And I'm looking forward that after this airstrike, there's going to be more. Trump is not kind about it. He made it very clear that there's going to be more. Now, from the response you are hearing now from their ally, there's going to be more killing of Christians. And then there is going to be more airstrikes. Now, if you look at it, even recently, the sponsors of these are within Nigeria. They are even in the government. I told you in the show last time that I insist that there are two things that brought in the president we have that is imposed on us. That is alliance with terrorists and alliance with imperialists. Now, no responsible government that is serious, like what do you call it, Tinubu is. The reason why Tinubu is weak, Tinubu cannot say certain things, is because of the alliance he entered into. You will recall that it is no longer news, it is no longer hidden, that what removed Jonathan from office was the importation of foreign mercenaries, terrorists, who were on ground in Nigeria, that if he refused to concede defeat, that they were going to unleash these terrorists. Even, what do you call him? The former governor of Kaduna State.
Nasir El-Rufai.
Nasir El-Rufai. Nasir El-Rufai came up, tried to kind of wash himself off. But somebody like Shehu Sani rose up and told him to shut up, that he was part and parcel of the entire coordinated network that brought in these foreign mercenaries. And after Jonathan saw the handwriting on the wall and he considered defeat, these people were not returned. When they realized that they can stay here, if you check, China is complicit in what is going on, because China is using these foreign mercenaries to harvest solid mineral resources, which they are taking to China. That's why China quickly came up to support the Bola Tinubu's this thing. When they were, it was China that were pushing the agenda of sovereignty. But somehow, God somehow punished Nigeria when Tinubu, without authorization, ordered the military to move into Benin Republic and quell a suspected coup. Do you understand it? That's why people are arguing that, okay, where did you respect sovereignty when you move into Benin without approval of the National Assembly?
You don't understand. Even they protect democracy now.
Okay.
They conduct coup.
No. Now, if you notice in Benin Republic, the government in Benin Republic has conducted a coup against the people by moving 5-year term to 7 years term. That's civilian coup against the people. Now, the government of Nigeria is not concerned about that. It's only concerned about change of government.
Oh, so they try to say when the government they do things where they unconstitutional, we go undermine the people. Our government no talk, say that one a problem.
No. Because they are doing it here. They are doing it here to us Nigerians. We are suffering that. So when it comes to their own organized criminality, that one is no problem. But they have to define, like I tell you, what is happening in Nigeria is not democracy. There is no democracy in Nigeria. No democracy. Because the foundation of democracy is rule of law. And where rule of law prevails, nobody is above the law. Law is the supreme. That's why the story I was telling you last time, somebody like Jeffrey Archer could be jailed. Somebody like Ekwerimadu could be jailed. That's where rule of law operates. The moment you run foul, contrary to law, I told you last time that the foundation upon which Jeffrey Archer was jailed was perjury. Perjury means lying under oath. You saw what happened in Rivers State here, wherein people defected from a particular party to another party. And they even went to court and swear to an affidavit, a record of court. Yet, Supreme Court was manipulated to say that there was no defection. A matter that was not even before them. All those things the Supreme Court was doing is in line with Islamic pattern, not democracy. Because Islam does not respect democracy, nor respect the institutions or principles of democracy except Sharia. So this is the conflict that is going on. There is nowhere in the world where Islamic extremism and democracy dwell together. They don't exist, and they can never exist, and Nigeria
All right,
cannot be an exception.
So that yesterday, when Netanyahu made that statement, there was something he said. He said that before now, Turkey, Syria, Lebanon, most of those places were predominantly Christian places, and all of a sudden, he says since Muslim they there, they come begin say they don't reduce the population of Christians there to 20% instead of 80%, and that's what they're trying to do in Nigeria. He insinuates in what they try to do for Nigeria. You agree with them? And do you think that's
correct?
He's really very angered about this?
Yeah, very, very correct. And Netanyahu, if you listen to him very carefully, you will understand that he is accepting responsibility as to what happened because of delay action. If they acted timeously, they would have been able to prevent such things. That's why he says no more. It's just like after the 6 million Jews were slaughtered by Hitler, you hear the Jews say never again. That's why they have decided to take over the air and say never again. That thing cannot happen again. So there is the likelihood or possibility that Jews can be slaughtered again. You know, when they struck last time, that was 2 years ago, on the 7th of October, the Israelis had to take the war, the battle to Hezbollah and the rest of them at Gaza, and they told them it's not going to be business as usual. No matter how the war was crying, they said, no, we have to eliminate this. They went down with them into the tunnel and all whatnot and make sure that they root them out. So that is where the world is going now. If people like Gumi are thinking that it is business as usual, never. Because this, you will understand that when Donald Trump, America declared Nigeria a country of particular concern, now, warning shots were fired by Donald Trump to the terrorists. And then America moved to Ghana. And we're in a digital era. And most of these terrorists, they are analog. They don't understand the game. They had to deploy security plane drone that could not be tracked by the radar across Nigeria. And they were monitoring every movement. That's why when some people are arguing that why are you going to attack Sokoto, I am sure that their security intelligence revealed that these people move in from Sokoto to conduct their strike and go back. So they are monitored and they know their movement and where they are at a particular time. For sure, that midnight, they must have moved to base. So in their radar system, they have captured them and they know exactly the position before they will give the go-ahead. When you hear that there was no casualty, it means that the target was properly met without missing. You understand it?
So no collateral damage. No
yes,
collateral.
Without collateral, they did not miss their target. They did not, you know, casualties of civilians that were not targeted was not involved. It was precise. If you listen to it, it was precise. So they got the target.
So talking about how precise it is, here and a person will be stay there on ground for Sokoto State, a reporter from, I think, news where they talk, say, they never hear of say any terrorist or anybody die for inside Sokoto State. People are saying that the US just go strike the community for nothing. Say, in fact, the parts of the community we even strike, now the most peaceful part of Sokoto State, where nothing they happen there. Even those people they talk say there is also there is also the likelihood that, just like you mentioned, say these terrorists then flee from that peaceful part of the states, move, go another place, go conduct their mayhem, finish, come back to that place where people go least expect them to stay. Now there they go to stay. You can't tell the intelligence, just like you said, where the United States get for the operation. But here is what a reporter had to say about
it. Like I said earlier, up till now, the government is here to talk about what is happening. No information from the state government yet, but from locals, from the as far as they know, no casualty has been recorded because, like I said earlier, they don't have access to the exact location where the bomb dropped. But some locals said there's panic and fear among residents in the community, and this is as far as I can confirm from the locals we've spoken with. And we are still trying to get access to the community to get there by ourselves so that we can bring information to Nigerians about what is happening exactly. Earlier on, I spoke with somebody in the community, and who says, as far as the bomb did not drop in residential area. But there are bushes or forests, if I will use that word, connecting that part to some part of Zamfara and Kebbi State, because that route would take you to even Maga, where those schoolgirls were adopted in Kebbi. There's a particular route called Kajiji, where Jabo is located. Jabo is located in Tambua local government, a community that is also close to communities in Shagari local government. And Jabo has been relatively peaceful. It was not part of communities that are experiencing bandit attack, and this is why the airstrike came as a surprise to many. But then you never can tell what the activities of terrorists are. You never can tell if they are taking advantage of the forests and bushes to carry out their operation. Those security experts who do this have intelligence before they carry out this strike. But community members, locals, says no casualties recorded so far. So we are just trying to have permission or access so that we can go to the community ourselves to talk to people and to see for ourselves what exactly is happening. The last time I heard of an attack in Jabo was in 2018 when some terrorists visited that community with evil, killing and also adopting some locals. But so far so good with this very U.S. bombing, and nothing, no casualty has been recorded from information we are getting from locals. We have made attempt to talk to state government officials, but they are not really forthcoming. Probably they want to put their act together before they communicate, so that they will not be communicating error. They need to get full grasp of what has happened in that community. More so that community, that axis that is in Sokoto South Senatorial District has been relatively peaceful, except for communities in Shagari and in Shekebe, and also Tureta, which is part of the Sokoto South Senatorial District and a bit far from Jabo, where these bombs are dropped by the United States jet.
Don't hear what Ibe say in talk. How possible is it that the United States will conduct an operation without getting one target?
You see, if you now we have to listen to this thing with intelligence, right? Now, if the locals, good enough, the locals are saying that there was no external victim. The question is, when you are conducting airstrike, right? It's just like those who are involved in international warfare. Even if they are conducting the strike from the using drone, and they are conducting it from the control center. Bomb don't go down until they zero on the target. If they are targeting sea-going vessels, they will calculate the speed at which the sea-going vessel is going, where it will be that's it, before they drop. And when they tell you that they have hit their targets, the question is, what is their target? Those who are involved, they are the people that can tell you what their target was. In most cases, it may not be with precise, of course, when planes are taking off and they are going to a particular airport, they work based on the dashboard. That's why if anything goes wrong and the dashboard disappears, everybody's gone. So they work based on it, work on coordinates, plus or minus. And once they have gotten to the appropriate place, they will descend. And at the end of the day, based on mathematical calculation, they will get it right, and the jet will come down and land. So if they tell you that they hit their target, I take it as precise as that. It lies in the hand of the persons who carry out this thing. Now, these are people who are locals. They are victims of this. They want to come and pick them. They pick them. They have their own target. The Americans have their own target. I am very, very sure all the movement they've been making from Ghana to monitor, to follow up whatever that was going on. Of course, you realize that later that day, that Christmas day in the morning, you heard of that wishy-washy, Christmas message from Tinubu. As far as I am concerned, and I made this very clear.
Did you not notice something else in that Christmas message? For the first time, after our president finished a message, he tagged Christian Association of Nigeria, contact US president. Tag him handle with his own official handle too. And people are wondering, why do you have to tag Trump? So a lot of things just day where they happen. What could be going on? Now, intelligence, some people they gather talk say Nigerian government be no actually know till 19 minutes before the strike. While Nigerian government they claim say they know. And then do them in coordination with the United States. So right now we don't even know which or who to believe anymore. Do we believe the United States, or do we believe, because if the Nigerian government know, how come that Trump be the first person with the release statement, or is Tinubu diplomatically not trying to be the first to release a statement so that Northerners don't go feel like saying deliberately do them bad? You know what could be going on?
Now listen to this. I'm going to share something with you. As far as I'm concerned, the Nigerian government presently is in panic mood. All right? Because the Nigerian government least expects what is happening. In fact, they will be thrown into more panic mood because of the coming in of Israel. The Netanyahu did not mix his word. He talked about Nigeria. It's very clear.
Specifically Nigeria.
So anybody who knows Israel and his modus operandi should be very careful. Nigeria currently is in panic mood. Now look at this. Did you follow up the issue of Sunday Jackson in Kaduna?
I was going to tell you that Sunday Jackson has also almost everything what they want our president to do. They don't do now. Sunday Jackson. And you notice that the defense minister go ahead, say decimate these people, kill them. So we're cooperating now.
Now you now understand that. If you listen, if I'll flash back, did you hear when Senate President said that Donald Trump is on their neck?
Yes.
Good. These are languages. They have signal they send across the bar. So Nigeria currently is in panic mood, and I have said, American congressmen are saying that they have to repeal all the Sharia laws. They have to. Do you know that the Supreme Court judgment that confirmed the death penalty on Jackson, that is the law? This is just a pardon. The law has not been repealed. National Assembly has to pass a law, and they will pass it when they are under pressure. They will do it. I have told somebody a long time ago that with the way things were going, they will, the greatest constitutional violation took place under this administration by Akpabio, when they converted voice vote to overthrow two-thirds majority clear provision of the Constitution. That was the highest form. In this last judgment that was given, wherein the Supreme Court was at its peak in show of shame. I call them shameless justices of the Supreme Court. When they came up and said that what Akpabio did or what the Senate did, that is not right, that they are supposed to follow the due process of two-thirds majority. They are supposed to raise hand and they are supposed to count each of the persons that voted and those who voted against and all whatnot. Even if they voided the judgment by saying that it lacks merit and it dismissed, that issue is handled. It's clearly stated that what Akpabio and his cohort did to force state of emergency in Rivers State was clearly unconstitutional. And what they did was in line with Sharia, not rule of law. So that should tell anybody that there is pressure that this government is laboring under. That's why they have to ask Afenifere to grant Sunday Jackson pardon. You may not understand the real implication. You may not understand the real implication. I told you last time, there is an extant law in Nigeria, a judgment. The matter started in 1966 and ended in 1969. The judgment was in Abeokuta division by Honorable Justice Thompson against open grazing. That law is there. When Malami was the Attorney General, this one that is now entangled in fraud, when he was under Buhari, I raised that issue, quoted the judgment, and told him that if this judgment were in favor of the Fulanese, they would have exalted it and implemented it throughout the country. But because the judgment was against open grazing, they pretended as if nothing was happening. And they were not trying to use other measures to kind of pass another law that will overthrow such a decision. what has happened in Sunday Jackson matter, automatically, that set a pace in favor of the Fulanese. That if a Fulani man, for instance, you have a farm, and a Fulani man comes to your farm with his cattle to feed on your farm, that judgment by the court, yes, that judgment automatically mandates you that you should run away from your farm instead of defending yourself. That is the new law by the Supreme Court. And so what has happened now is just mere setting him free. The law that the court made through that judgment has not been amended. And that is something that has to be amended by the National Assembly to settle the matter. So that should give you a sign. What happened in that case should tell you that this government is under pressure. Now, whether the government was aware or not, it has no alternative than to admit. Do you understand it? That it was aware of the movement of these people. Of course, Nigeria have already set itself on fire by intervening in Benin without any invitation, without any authority. Tinubu did that. So it has already set itself ready. So it's sovereignty against sovereignty. So what was good for Benin Republic is also good for Nigeria. A majority of Nigerians are saying that since we are not saved, what we have presently on ground in Nigeria is an effective terrorist government. Nigerians are calling on and looking forward to international community to come and intervene to save them. Because with what has happened in Nigeria, clearly, even me talking to you here now, law has been captured in Nigeria. And they are using the law, the instrument of the law like the court, as instrument of oppression, suppression, and repression. And once these three things happen, you know that that country is heading for revolution. That's exactly where we are.
People are saying that, but the US, they will do this kind of thing. They will can't help you at no cost. What will it cost Nigeria? Because it definitely has to cost us something. What thing it will cost us?
No.
For this thing we do.
See, this is the argument. This is the curious argument. Okay, now let me tell you something. I did my research work, right? I did my research work on the legal framework for environmental management in Nigeria, the petroleum industry in focus. That's what I did my research work on. So I am familiar with what is happening in the petroleum industry. I can tell you without looking back that Nigeria has what we call globally recognized comparative economic advantage in the production of crude oil. Global recognition. Why is Nigeria not refining our crude oil locally for the benefit of all Nigerians? Who is the petroleum minister? It is Tinubu.
That's one question. Another question is why EBC among all the natural resources we will get only oil 90 then capture for our budgets. Now they use benchmark.
It's a simple thing. It tells you that
with all the minerals members, why with the gold and how precious the Nigerian gold day. Very special.
It tells you that the members of the National Assembly, they are there for their own personal purpose, not the purpose of Nigerians. See, Zamfara is refining her gold as a state resources. Most of the solid mineral resources in the north are privately mined and unaccounted for to any government. Okay, have you heard any day that a head of cow constitutes part of the national revenue? No. It is the oil and gas of the minority areas that is now declared a national asset. And we have a national assembly.
How about our gold?
They are all private. This tells you the inequity that Nigeria is sitting on. This tells you the illogicality of the reasoning of the members of the National Assembly. They are there to serve a particular purpose. See, let me tell you. Do you know, you may not understand the reason why there was sometime a revelation came out as per, I can't remember the amount of billions that were paid for each governor to defect. I think about 25 billion or so for each governor to defect to APC. Now, the reason for that defection is to consolidate on this kind of scandal that happened about the tax law, that the gazetted version, they are playing over the issue now. They want to downplay it and put it under.
We hear say Akpabio give order, made no release the
sorry?
Copy. We hear and a gossip say Akpabio give order to the clerk of the National Assembly, making no release a certified true copy of the one where they pass give President Tinubu.
You see that thing they are hiding. That is what will destroy them. And I am saying, as an individual, I am so sorry that my professional organization has failed Nigeria, failed Nigerians, and failed itself. If not, if we have a vibrant professional body, a body like the Nigerian Bar Association, at this stage, it has failed. When Wike did the rubbish he did in Rivers State, I called on the Nigerian Bar Association to shut down all the court in this country until the right thing is done. They failed in that direction. This is another opportunity. The Nigerian Bar Association can call on all Nigerians. Nobody should pay any. Look, the tax reform they are talking about will not work until, in fact, see, let me tell you. Do you know that in Ghana, people were enjoying tax holidays? Government gave them tax holidays that when they produce.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Sincere apologies, Barrister Mankey. Please do want to join us back. If you like say network don't put you out. But at the meantime, we could listen to waiting the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ogatuga, talk about the development during an interview with the Rice Television. And I'm also going to let you in on what he just said now after an interview with CNN, because he's been having series of interviews all day. Let's take a listen to him.
Done before the strikes. Were we also involved in that, and how so?
It's Nigeria that provided the intelligence. I was on the phone yesterday for 19 minutes with Secretary of State Marco Rubio of the United States. We spoke extensively, and we agreed that I was going to speak with President Tinubu, for President Tinubu to give the go-ahead. And I did speak with him, and it was agreed also that the statements that would follow would be statements that would show clearly that it is a strike against terrorism and that it is part of the ongoing joint operations between Nigeria and collaboration between Nigeria and the United States, and that it is not to do with religion, it's to do with protecting Nigerians and innocent lives of either Nigerians or non-Nigerians. This was clear. We spoke twice. We spoke for 19 minutes before the strike, and then we spoke again for another 5 minutes before it went on.
Okay, I know you said we provided intelligence, but we saw some articles that...
So you hear him, he said they first speak for 19 minutes and they speak again before the attack happened. For 19 minutes and they speak again before the attack happened. Is that enough? Does that mean that there is some joint coordination in this?
If just situation to help quell the terrorism that we're facing in this country.
You can be rest assured that President Tinubu and his administration would not agree to, acquiesce to, or take any actions that would violate the sovereignty or territorial integrity of Nigeria. It's a collaborative effort. It is what we have been calling for when we even allude to the Leahy laws that stopped the sale of military equipment, both kinetic and non-kinetic, to Nigeria. Which in part has affected the ability of Nigeria to respond to some of these threats, both domestically as well as within the region. So now that the U.S. is cooperating with us, we will do it jointly, and we will ensure, just as the president emphasized yesterday before he gave the go-ahead, that it must be made clear, even the framing of what comes after it must be made clear that it is a joint operation and it is not targeting any religion, nor is it simply in the name of one religion or the other. We are a multi-religious country, and we are working with partners like the U.S. To fight terrorism and safeguard the lives and property.
All right, sir. So you don't hear some of the things when Bison talk. I mean, he said quite a lot of other things. He's maintained here that first of all, the terrorism attack no get anything to do with religion. And meanwhile, US the talk say what's make they come help us now because of say the attacks they target our Christians. They hear him. In fact, he went to CNN earlier today again, and he reiterated same fact. While in CNN today, he also posted it and said that, oh, he was in CNN today, and he maintained, say, waiting would they suffer for Nigeria, not get anything. See what he wrote, and when he posted, he said, simplistic labels don't solve complex, issues. On CNN, I made clear that terrorism in Nigeria is not a religious conflict. It is a regional security threat. Nigeria's focus remains the protection of innocent lives and the defeat of terrorism through the coordinating action with the United States and all that. That's what he tried to say. But Trump don't want here say he no mention Christians inside the matter, because Trump they continuously mention say this na attack we get to do with Christians. Look, we hear what's in them talk for inside CNN interview again.
Up in the conflict and so forth, and we were doing that. We were overwhelmed with the number of people that were turning themselves in, but you could see a spike in Boko Haram activities because of, as I said, the knock-on effect of the challenges we had with the MNJTF, the military coup in Niger. So all of these things are interconnected, which is why we welcome a global effort. We welcome collaboration with countries like the United States and others in fighting terrorism. But again, we have the non-kinetic approach, which continues, just like Safe Corridor was looking to sort people out, and also which also entails reorientation and so forth.
Okay, we'll leave it here. Nigerian Foreign Minister Yusuf Tugar, we appreciate the time this morning. Thank you.
All right. You don't hear what's in they talk again. And Nigerians, they worry. Say, if they hear it, Nigerians, if I make I take this last one where you say talking. Nigerians really
on assignments. So was our Air Force involved, or that didn't happen? What can you tell us about that?
It is a collaborative effort. Let's not get bogged down on the operational details, and I would certainly not want to give away too much that could jeopardize any future actions by Nigeria. So let us keep the discussion to diplomacy, which is my own area, and to foreign policy. With regards to operational details, I think you're going to have to engage with the security agencies or the military.
All right, so the question I hear, because they won't know whether our Air Force they involved, because I mean, if not joint operation, our Air Force could they carried along. The reason I'm asking all these questions, remember, say Nigeria get history, or Nigerian security apparatus get history of betraying the intelligence of the US or selling out the intelligence of the US to terrorists. The case of Boko Haram, when it said them being one release Chibok girls, and when the US come to help them release Chibok girls, and they tell them, according to people with so many sources we don't talk about, and they tell with intelligence when they get with Nigeria and Nigerian military, tell them, say, you know what, we go shoot some gas canisters on them, and then they go faint or sleep off, and then we go just carry the girls and go. Next thing, by the time they reach the Boko Haram camp, all the Boko Haram members wear gas masks, showing that somebody within the intelligence, within the military for Nigeria, don't give the information to Boko Haram. So with that kind of precedent, that kind of thing we don't do before, you think the US will really trust us for all their actions? And he thinks they didn't trust us for the actions this time around?
I will remind you something now. You remember the last show that we were on? One of our callers asked you that did you listen to the question that I asked you? That if you were in a situation, it plays a kind of
scenario,
a hypothetical position. I asked if you facing Nigeria, and Nigeria is telling you something, if you will believe Nigeria. You never answered that question.
Too many questions.
You know,
I know, guys.
You never answer. You can. I don't trust Nigeria.
Wow.
Do you understand? Forget about it. I don't trust. Nigeria is as an image, is a pathological liar.
That's
I'm
your country,
telling you.
sir.
That is see, let me tell you. Did you hear this? Did you watch the show of shame that happened in Burkina Faso about our C-130? Did you monitor it?
Yes, I did. We eventually get to go back there.
Did you monitor?
Of course I did.
Did you see how shameful? Do you see how shameful the whole scenario was? When Nigeria will tell you that they have been released, even the Air Force, it was just a show of shame. I'm telling you the gospel truth. It's that bad.
Okay.
So if you watch the body language of this man in this interview, just watch his body language.
Uncomfortable.
You just watch him. He is completely uncomfortable. Completely uncomfortable. Nigeria is caught somehow. Look, the last thing that America will do is to, in the light of, if you listen to him in the CNN report, he was still defending the idea of the radicalization of these terrorists. He was defending that policy. I heard him say so. There is no responsible government in the world that negotiates with terrorists. No responsible government in the world. You catch a terrorist, instead of putting that person on trial, you not turn around that the person has been de-radicalized. You not put the person in the security agents. I mean, Boko Haram was able to invade NDA. Do you know the meaning of NDA? That is the height of security in Nigeria. NDA. They invaded the place. Come on, it's like a joke. Boko Haram was able to invade Kuje prison, break it, take their people away with impunity. Are we joking here? See, as the day is passing, and you are hearing Gumi fuming, threatening, God is exposing all of them. They are coming out. And I want to believe that with the way technology has gone, you saw what the Israelis were doing against Hezbollah and the rest of them in the Middle East. That is what I want to hear about these people who have been identified to be the sponsors of these terrorists. I just want to hear that this person has been taken down without casualty. They should just pick the person, even though he's standing with another person. The person should just be taken down, and then they carry his dead body and go. We hear that this one has been taken down. I don't want to mention names, but I can mention two names that I want to hear that they have been taken down. The one who went to my professional body to say that he's going to lead the security to the camp of the terrorists. You know him. I don't need to tell you.
I don't know him.
So, you don't know.
Now you give us gist. Tell us.
I know. Your body language tells me that you don't know anything.
I don't know anything.
Don't worry. A caller will call in and tell you that really you don't know anything. Don't worry, they will come.
Then number two is
they will come after you.
Number two is he said two people will like. Number two, now who again?
You see, Gumi is number one. I love Gumi because why I love Gumi is an unmistakable terrorist supporter. Very clear. Look, he is ready 24 hours. Right? You see, the person who appeared at MBA conference and said that the president will concentrate on economy, that himself is going to concentrate on security, and is the person that is going to lead the attack to the camp of the terrorists.
Somebody said that.
Yes.
Make a play one last statement since you say body language, most studying body language again. Because you know I know body language.
Okay. Inadvertently. So
no
Nigeria has
problem.
remained consistent in its approach, which is, like the statement says, to work with all partners that are committed to the fight against terrorism, irrespective of what religion, who the victims are, whether they are Muslims or Christians, and irrespective of what type of terrorism, be it terrorism being carried out in the name of one religion or the other, or indeed even banditry. So this is an ongoing process. We have been working closely with the Americans. This is what we've always been hoping for, to work with the Americans, work with other countries to combat the terrorism, to stop the death of innocent Nigerians. So this is a vindication of the Tinubu administration. For those who thought that there was some foot dragging, or the government wasn't doing enough, it is a clear indication that we are committed and we are.
Okay, so you see, I'm saying this one indication. So you still notice body language there. Anyway, Mek will just move slightly away from that because Mek will reach. Did you notice body language?
You see.
Go ahead, sir.
You see that Tinubu said he was going to continue. Tinubu said he was going to continue from where Buhari stopped.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, under Buhari, Malami was very quick to rush to court and declare IPOB a terrorist group.
Yes.
It was Malami who ran and organized the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with the Kenyan authority. Upon all the judgment that have been given, Malami was there. Malami ignored all of them. Now, we are under this present administration now. Since when did they cooperate? After IPOB, which other terrorist group was declared as so by the government, by the APC government?
But they don't declare.
If it's saying that they have been working in that direction.
Bandits now and armed, any group will carry arm, including the militia groups. But if the president don't name armed Fulani militias, you know, call Fulani inside. But he say every armed group. So by extension, include armed Fulani militia. So you add them now. You don't declare all of them now.
Why can't he mention them? Okay, number one, we have territorial integrity in Nigeria.
Oh, this network need to do us like this now. Barrister Mankey, are you there, please? All right. So just while we wait for him to reconnect, maybe we'll quickly take other opinions concerning this conversation. Okay, sir. Go ahead, sir.
How?
We lost you briefly.
Okay. How did these people, these terrorists, who are identified not to be Nigerians, how are they able to come into Nigeria and carry out all these their atrocities without being combated by the Nigerian Army, Air Force, and Navy? How did it happen? That should tell you, when they say that they have been looking for cooperation, it took America to come from far away to play the role they are playing. If not, nothing would have happened.
So wait, are you trying to say that? Are you trying to say that all that while we be say this killing they happen for Benue, for Plateau, back to back to back, including the Yelwata own, including the Benue own, we make one presenter cry, one reporter cry for in TV, where president go finish, he go still traveling, Johnny way they go, come back and all that. Are you saying that otherwise the president wasn't acting? Are you saying that otherwise they no show commitment to stop the problem?
Let me tell you, perhaps you know how this story, that Yelwata genocide that took place. See, let me summarize it. Do you know that the government of Nigeria, instead of admitting that there is genocide in Nigeria against Christians, they are telling the international community that it is not only Christians. That is the argument of the federal government.
In fact, people that accuse them of paying money to do PR and lobby say no Christian genocide.
Gumi.
So you rather spend money to defend
my God
genocide than for you to protect Christians. Now, question was people they ask.
That is it. So that answers the whole question. That answers the question. So there's nothing to pretend about. These people are not pretentious. They know what they are doing. It's as simple as that.
All right.
This is the truth.
Okay. See, there is a lot of political undertone to this conversation. And 2027 election, they are at stake. President Tinubu, I never get any official report from him after this, because most likely the thing they make Northerners happy. So, say 2027 they are at stake. But make I quickly take some reactions of some people concerning this incident. Now, I hear someone who said that indeed there was no coordination with Nigerian government before that attack happened. Make you find that.
Thank you very much. Obviously, this incident is a pointer to the fact that the country is failing in its constitutional obligation. The country is failing in its mandate to ensure that they protect lives and properties of the citizens. It is an indication that we have also lost our foreign policy framework in the country. We probably have an outdated foreign policy that we could not be able to engage globally. This attack, it further created misleading information that the country is in a war, in a religious war between the Muslim and Christians. And that is a very dangerous framing, which we all know as Nigerians, that is not the case. You will have a problem of criminals, terrorists, terrorizing Nigerians, irrespective of their religious, ethnic, geographical, and political affiliation. And what the government has failed over the years to do is to tackle this issue in a very systematic way. But you have seen that people who have been alleged to be sympathetic or to be sponsors of these terror groups, when even they were small, now they have even escalated, having their field day. Nobody is doing anything to them because of the political interest. Now, as long as you prioritize personal interests above national interests, you will definitely land yourself in this situation that the foreigners will now have to come.
You keep saying the foreigners, but I don't know if you know that Nigeria collaborated with America on this strike. So what is it that you don't like? Is it because America's name is on the strike? Nigeria provided intelligence, So what is it that you don't like?
My brother,
what's the meaning of the religious conflict? No, hang on. What's the meaning of religious? I don't see any religious conflict. I mean, are these not the terrorists that will want to be dead?
Wait.
Will want to be destroyed? What do you mean by religious conflict in this?
Let's just be honest and straightforward. Nigerian government did not get any approval, or rather, American government does not get any approval for it to take any action in Nigeria. In fact, as a matter of fact, what the Nigerian government has done is to do a saving pace. America did not need their permission to come and do what they intended to do.
No, Awal. There was a statement released by the Nigerian Foreign Affairs Ministry that said they provided the intelligence. So now that you are claiming that Nigeria did not provide the intelligence to America for this strike, do you have your empirical facts, Awal? That's just all I ask you. Show us the facts that Nigerian government did not provide intelligence and they're just saving face. It's facts I want. Not sentiments. Show us the facts.
What I'm saying is that, listen. What I'm saying is that America does not need Nigerian approval to carry out their action. That's what I said. And I'm saying that, it's all, clear that, the way and manner in which Trump had even made, his pronouncement, to carry out this action, there is no any discussion or dialogue.
You're still having sentiment. Let me read, please, and let me interject here. Because we don't want misinformation, and some of this you are trying to spew because you've not given us the facts. Let me read the statement as released by the Nigerian authorities. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the statement signed by Ememetimi Ebianemefa, spokesperson, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. He says, in line with the established international practice and bilateral understanding, the cooperation includes exchange of intelligence and strategic cooperation. Nigerian ministry confirms Nigerian authority remains engaged in structured security cooperation with international partners, including the United States, in addressing persistent threats, to Nigeria and all of that. And this has led to a precision hit on terrorist targets in Nigeria by airstrikes in the northwest. So they said it's based on the cooperation they have. This. If you have a fact or fact contrary to this, I will present the fact. If you can't present the fact, I'll say what you're saying is conjecture.
Rufai,
give me your own facts, not conjecture. Give me facts. I'm a man of facts.
It's not conjecture. Listen to me. Why can't you also listen?
Go ahead.
Because you don't want me to talk. What I'm saying is that I stand on my position that Donald Trump does not need permission of Nigeria to do what he wants to do. He had already, made his pronouncement without discussing with Nigeria. And if there was any evidence that Nigeria had conversation with Donald Trump before he issued his ultimatum and before he carried out his action, let them show us to the public. It is a public matter. So I'm saying that, and I still stand on my opinion, that America, if they want to do any action, especially with this kind of situation that we have in Nigeria, they did not need to get approval of Nigeria. They would simply carry out their action, and they have done what they wanted to do.
That's conjecture, that's not facts.
I'm saying that...
That's conjecture, not facts. Conjecture.
It's not a conjecture.
Conjecture,
it's not
different
a conjecture,
from facts.
my brother.
Over to you. Conjecture.
All right. Mr. Rafsanjani, thank you very much for joining us. Were you going to complete what you were saying?
You say? Sorry?
Are you done? Were you going to complete what you were saying?
No, I wanted just to, because he shortened me to say that this is conjecture when he knows himself the truth. You don't need to do painting. You don't need to do any panel beating on this matter. America, the way it is, the way they take this issue, they don't need approval of Nigeria to do what they want to do. When Trump was issuing his tweet, what is the truth? What is the fact on this matter? What fact are you looking for when he issues his tweet?
Okay.
All right, sir. So make I just leave the conversation. Now, the argument they tilt towards the fact, say, the American government, they try to make Nigerians look like, say, now Muslims and Christians, they fight for Nigeria. When in actuality, that is not the truth. In the real fact, not be Muslims and Christians war. We're not there for religious war. You know, because I'm coming, sir. Because we've been living in peace with Muslims in the southwestern part of Nigeria, some where they south. The ones then way from north, where they also live amongst us for southeast and south and everywhere. We'll be living peacefully with them. Now, only some aspects, the militia group, then where no one just here. Unfortunately, they believe in Islam. The Boko Haram, the ISWAP, the bandits, the armed headsmen, they all profess the Islam religion. So I don't understand. Do you think that US is just trying to put like the heads with Christians and Muslims head together, or they're just doing the right thing? Why do we have this argument about, they're trying to make us look like we're fighting ourselves and all that, we'll be living in peace? Yes, we'll be living in peace, but the people attacking others, especially people attacking Christians, are they of Muslim faith or not? Sorry, sir.
Now, that your narrative. If the government of Nigeria allow it to fly, it will be interpreted by their supporters as if they are weak. Yes, that is the thing.
Say,
and they don't.
They're weak.
No. That they are weak. No, they don't want that. That is why. If you listen, when Donald Trump came in, they did not say that there is no genocide. Listen very carefully to them. They bring another angle to it, that Muslims are also being killed. But they do not know that that admission shows international irresponsibility. You allow your people to be killed, and you allow it to go on just because it is not only a particular religious group that is killed. Now, another dimension, which is what you made reference to, now comes in. You now ask them, do we have Christian bandits? We don't.
Do we have Christians encroach Muslim communities and kill them and occupy their land now?
You don't.
So what are we talking about?
Now, two other questions now spring up. What is the purpose of this group? What is their purpose? Okay. What is their purpose? That's the number one thing that should drive you.
Intention.
What is the purpose of this group? Yes, their intention. Because there's this Latin maxim in law. It says, actus reus non facilissimum sit rea. A criminal act alone does not constitute crime unless it is accompanied by the necessary criminal intention.
Maybe the criminal act itself.
Yes. Yes.
So that means for a crime to be identified as a crime, there must be components.
Both of them must.
Yes, there must be the actus reus and the mens rea. That is the criminal intention, and the criminal act,
and then the intention.
Wow.
Act. They must go together. So now, when you come to this point that we are now talking about, you've now asked the question, what? And this is another narrative they don't want to hear. What is the intention of all these groups, these terror-based, Islamic terror-based groups?
They're just criminals.
Two. They have no. That is not true. They have, even those of them who have been arrested, they have two intentions. Number one, to take over the lands of the indigenous population. That is confirmed in the position of Adesina under Buhari. He said that it is better for us to abandon our ancestral land to these people rather than being killed. I'm speaking with authority now. Then, number two is to Islamize the people. This idea of killing moderate Muslims is just to divert attention from the real target. The real target is to kill moderate Muslims to divert attention so that you will be comfortable that it is not only Christians that are being killed. While in the real sense, there ought not to be killing of anybody at all. If we have a responsible government, no responsible government will tolerate that any of its citizens should be killed. But we have a situation wherein you see the government defending killing, ongoing killing, defending genocide going on by saying that it is not only Christian, that both Muslim and Christian are being killed. Then when you ask the question, what is the target of this killing? What is the purpose? What is the intention? What is the ultimate intention? They don't want you to mention that they are targeting their land. But we have evidence that most of the communities that have been wiped out, they have removed the people. Most of the people have been pushed to IDP, and government is backing it. And then these people have renamed the community and taken over these communities and put their cows there. These things are there for us to see. And you are still arguing about it. Are you talking to idiots? Then the ultimate target is to Islamize the people. That's all. So these are the two things they are trying to run away from. Is irrespective of the law against open grazing that is available in my place. Do you know that when some of the governors, like River State, they put through the House of Assembly, they created the anti-grazing law. In Benue, they created the anti-grazing law. They told, what's the name of the governor? Samuel Otom escaped death. They told him that if he does not repeal that law, that he will not escape death. I mean, they told him face to face that they should revoke that law. The House of Assembly should foreigners so threatening the whole state that they should revoke that law. We are joking, no? That's why. See, let me give you a prediction. There's something bigger ahead that is coming, no? There's something bigger ahead. Yes, there's something bigger ahead. What is coming ahead, which so many people cannot understand now, with the way that these Islamic groups are going, I see a situation wherein, as a buffer, there is going to be a recognition of Biafra if care is not taken with the way they are pushing this matter. You see, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu have been given life sentence. And for America to bomb Kanu, Sokoto, and it is Sokoto that they kept Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Are you getting it? It is Sokoto prison that they sent Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. And for America to carry out this bomb attack there, it shows that this is where their terror base, that's where they are moving to, that's where they are. They are in that city.
But why would they be in Sokoto State?
So you are putting one security-wise, 1-to-1.
Sokoto now the state of
you know, even though they feel that they are intelligent, No. Yeah, they Americans have been able to monitor them and notice that this is where they are. You target criminals, not criminals migrate. They can monitor them with security equipment and they know where they are. They can know where their base are. Like the Islamic terrorists in the Middle East. You notice that the Israelis were able to monitor them. They monitor their migration. When they move, even their heads, you hear of this person have been taken down in this place. This person have been taken down in this place. They monitor them as they move. And when they get to a convenient point that they can get them, they will just bring them down. So they migrate and follow them systematically. So this thing should give you a signal. You saw the trial and conviction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which was a complete fraud. The simple question is, you cannot convict somebody for a law that does not exist. Show me the law. You can't convict somebody without showing the law. That is Islamic. That is Islamic position that you saw manifest. That's Islamic position. So there is a serious something that is coming. And the moment, let's say for instance, America recognize Biafra, Israel will follow almost immediately. And some other major groups we have to follow. Because I have seen a situation.
Quite a lot of other what do they call them? US people, we don't make agitations about this Biafra thing said before now, and people say, why are they doing this?
Well, the reason is very clear. You see, injustice has a global phenomenon. It's just like Abia State is. You see Abia State? Abia State right now in Nigeria is like blood in the ocean and the attraction of shark. Abia State can attract. You don't need to invite foreign investors. Foreign investors have a way of picking signal as per possible parts of the world where they can invest. That's how Abia State is.
So we don't need to go market to them. So we don't need to tell president.
No. You don't need to go into any campaign. No. You don't need it. Investors are seeing it. They have signal about you. They know you. They know what you are doing. Do you understand? Nigerian government is a supporter of terrorism. That's why I call the government is a terrorist backing government. They cannot deny it. It's evident. A government that can, foreigners who are not Nigerians, Pantami came into this country and issued them ID card, national ID card. Most of these people are not Nigerians. I'm telling you.
Are there facts to this, sir? Do you have facts to this? You're a lawyer. What are a lawyer? So I doesn't ask.
See, listen to me. Listen to me. Show me one country in the entire world that we arrest terrorists instead of putting them through the criminal system, that is through trial. They now recruit them and turn them around, use government money and claim that these people are repented. Instead of recruiting people, if you have shortfall in the military, you now bring in these terrorists and infuse them into police, army, air force, and navy. Where is such a thing done in the world?
They say that thing not be true now. Not just rumors.
Who said? Sir? Who said? That is where the leakage. That's where the leakage of information comes from. Have you heard about this? Okay, what has come out of this general that was killed? And they said they are setting up a this thing. Have you heard anything? Nothing will come out of it. That general.
Yes.
How the information became leaked. Nothing will come. Nothing will come out of it. Take it from me. Nothing will come out of it. That's Nigeria for you. He's gone. He's gone. This is Nigeria for you. That's why I pray every morning. May Nigeria never happen to you.
Amen.
Just pray that may Nigeria, as presently constituted, may Nigeria never happen to you.
Amen. So
we are in the very death threat.
So very quickly, let's seek reaction of some people. I mean, we don't get some people we talk to them like we get the Arewa Take It Back movement. Don't say the United States must respect Nigeria's sovereignty and prioritize civilian safety in carrying out its military action on counterterrorism and all that. Because they're not happy where we're the one way we say Trump just can't enter person villager, just shoot like that. And then Shegumi has also said a lot. In fact, make a look what I go post in waiting in talk, because he talk a lot of things. He didn't vex him early morning. I'll be one of the first people who release statements this morning. He talk plenty things. Oh, I go find that statement, but make I quickly just read it in the talk. The Islamic cleric Shegumi Ahmed don't condemn the U.S. military bombing terrorists in Sokoto on Christmas Day, describing it as war against Muslim. Saying a war did they hold against Muslim. In a statement in response to the military strike against terrorists on Friday, Mr. Gumi said the attacks are symbolic of a harbinger of a new crusade war against Islam. Attack on Sokoto, where 90% are Islam or Muslim, with no imminent danger of terror, while the real threat is in Maiduguri and on a Christmas Eve, with the claim of protecting against Christian genocide. It can't tell me Nigerian government with immediate effect stop every joint coordination with the US. He was, he talked about a lot of things. Make I just take your reaction to waiting and talk. So clearly, he's saying condemn him. Arewa is condemn him. But however, Afenifere, the Yoruba social cultural group, they hail Tinubu, say, Oga, you don't do well. Now you don't show say you're really ready to protect your people. Which one will come believe now? Oh yeah, make I take your thoughts, sir. Hello, sir.
Gumi, I told you that I respect Gumi.
Yes, sir.
Whether you are good or you are bad, when people come out forthrightly to define who they are, it does not leave you in doubt. You know who a person is. So that's one aspect of Gumi that I respect. He is not pretending about his support for these terrorists. He's very clear about it. He has said it before in the past that if you proceed against these terrorists, that you are fighting Islam.
He said it won't even work. He said it won't even work. That's something when Nigerian military no feel.
That's it. Fine. That is his mentality. And when he is taken down, he may not live to tell the story. Is he better than Yahya Ayash, that master bomb maker that was taken down through telephone call? It's not up to that. Is he up to Osama bin Laden? He has been tolerated by the Nigerian government. But once they zero on him, once he's making a target, we'll see how far he can go. Because if Saudi Arabia has deported him, that should give a signal to anybody. And you listen to his language. You listen to what he stands for.
He went to Turkey after then. Recently, we hear him been go Turkey. Turkey no deport him.
Is he not the one that have been negotiating with the bandit? You know how much money that man is making?
Because Oga is saying you understand that these people are neglected.
In what sense? Are they Nigerians? Are they Nigerians to start with? Are they Nigerians? I'm asking you, are they Nigerians? They are not Nigerians. These are foreigners coming from Futajaro into Nigeria. And they said that Fulani man is borderless. That's their argument. Where is such the argument done in the war? And Bala Mohammed, the governor of Bauchi State, said that Allah gave them Nigeria as their headquarters, that they should migrate from all over Africa and come to Nigeria. Where is such a thing done in the war? Where? It's not done. So whatever pact that Tinubu entered into, this is a defining moment. You know what Tinubu is fighting for is to come back as a 27 president of Nigeria. But I don't see it working. It's not going to work. Why I say it's not going to work is that it's just like this tax reform is trying to bring. Tax reform is based on production of a country. We are not producing anything. You are going to tax the poor. You are going to tax the people in IDP camp. Those experts who are arguing in favor of tax, I asked them, the countries they are citing, what is the per capita income of the people that they are comparing Nigeria with? How can you talk about tax without looking at the condition of the people? I'm very curious. I'm worried about the reasoning of some of our intellectuals.
All right, sir. So you don't see any sense for waiting Shegumi talk, because he talk a lot of things. He talk say, I mean, the US needed to fight this. Why will not call other people? Why will not call other countries to help us? Assistance from China, from Turkey, from Pakistan, and waiting in talk, instead of us to seek assistance from the United States of America, where be people where they even sponsor terrorism. Say terrorists, not fight terrorists.
Okay.
So many Nigerian
all right, no problem.
Coordination and every relationship, military cooperation with the US, because you know they enter this one and a fighter.
Why did he not mention Israel? Can Israel fight against terrorism?
No, Israel they keep Palestine.
Why did he not mention
Israel?
Israel?
Not like and say Israel they keep Palestine.
You say what?
Israel they keep Palestinians. I will not like them.
He does not lie in his own mouth to dictate. He's not the president of Nigeria. He should know that. He is not the president of Nigeria. He's just a citizen. And he's being tolerated because of his support for terrorism. And I think this is going to be a defining moment. We are going to know where we are in Nigeria. And I tell you, don't lose sight of it. Oh. If the wars come to the worst, they will just recognize Biafra. That will serve as a buffer. People will migrate from the north and come to this side. And people from this side will equally migrate and go to the north. You build a wall, divide this country into two. Let them stay there and manufacture terrorism and produce terrorists. And they export them. There may be part of the world that need terrorism. They should export them for foreign exchange and grow their economy. We stay here and live our own life. It's as simple as that.
Did you say manufacture?
So when people argue about one Nigeria, I say one Nigeria might. Yes. It's an exportable product. There are people that may need terrorists, so they should export them to those areas. We here believe in production. You are talking about tax. I tell people, see, Nemo that will not have it. A man cannot give that which he does not have. Tinubu offer nothing in Lagos except tax through alphabet, and he want to export it to Nigeria. You are collecting tax from Nigerians. What are we producing?
Oh, by the way, they say
look, if Nigeria,
they say Alphabet don't set a record, a target for Lagos State for 2026 at 2.8 trillion naira. That is double the amount of what they set for 2025.
Let them set, but it will lie in the hand of Nigeria to allow this kind of nonsense to go on. That a petroleum minister, Nigeria is not producing, it's not refining our own product, and we are quiet. Are we under spell?
But Buhari beat him. Buhari beat him, and we allowed him to rule for 8 years. Why can't we also?
In fact, Buhari even mortgage our future by using oil and gas contracts to borrow money. That's why Tinubu is fighting to make sure that they complete the gas connection to take gas to Europe. That's why you are seeing France and the rest of them supporting all the evil that is going on in Nigeria. And until we Nigerians decide and say enough is enough, this thing will continue. These people who are doing this are just few criminal minds. Look at somebody like Wike that have destroyed rule of law in this country. That is the kind of person that is the right-hand man to Tinubu, that they are working together to suppress Nigerians. What the hell? What are we doing here? These are the people who are supporting these terrorists. Terrorists have their own agenda. Why they want to control the political power? Terrorists are ready to take over our lands. How many persons, how many of the Fulanis that killed people and took over their land have been prosecuted by the Nigerian government? How many? Have you heard of any? Have you heard of any?
In
Benue and Plateau,
20 years.
On what ground? One single person. How about all the communities that have been named after Fulani have taken over and named them? Has anybody been prosecuted? Are we joking here? So these killings are going on. Nothing. Common cow is more valuable than human beings. And you say people should not talk. I think we are under a kind of satanic spell in this country. That's the way I feel it. We are under a kind of satanic spell. That's what's going on.
All right, sir. Let me
frankly speaking, this is what is going on.
Let me quickly open phone lines so that we can, I didn't plan for us to spend more than 2 hours here. So let me quickly open phone lines.
Okay.
We're going live again in the evening by 9 p.m. Nigerians. Prince Chilaka will be joining us in the evening by 9 p.m. So I just thought to have a quick one with Barrister Manki. I know you guys have a lot of questions to ask and a lot of contributions to make. Make a begin open phone line 0817-029-4077, or you click the link waited by the pinned post. It will bring you straight into the studio. T.Y. Danjuma. T.Y. Danjuma, are you there?
Yes.
Hail your president. See what your president do us.
Now, wow, let me greetings to Barrister Manki. Thank you for coming. Hello.
Thank you, T.Y. Your name is ringing a bell.
Thank you. I enjoy you well. Precious, thank you.
Welcome, sir. Go ahead.
Are you related to T.Y. Danjuma?
No, he's not related. I'm me Christian. Me personally Christian. By the powers vested on me, I Christianed him T.Y. Danjuma.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yes. Like I said, the barrister is really hitting the nail on the head. I'm not sure that Precious will be happy with his mention of your brother Wike. But let's leave Wike. let's make I not spoil your Christmas. So we leave Wike. And let's talk about what's happening. I think I feel pity for President because when he had this discussion with Hajia Najatu Mohammed.
Najatu, when he talk, saying no get plans for security, according to
Yes, when he asked and say why, he said they go kill him. And now we're seeing Americans, they press him back. I think they kind of forced him to acquiesce to what is happening now.
Do you think that's why he has not made any statements? The president, not only Donald Trump don't talk. Bayo Ononuga never talk on behalf of the president. He just reacted to the statement by the Foreign Affairs Ministry, where Ibi say, I think the spokesperson Kimiebi Imomotimi Ebiefa and raised. That's all. They just reacted to Tuga, waiting Tuga talk for channels and waiting Imomotimi talk. That's all he did. He has not said anything. Do you think so?
Yes. The problem that we have here is that this government has never been transparent. They're not going to tell you anything. Suddenly, the person where they talk, Bayo Nanuga and his twin brother, Boala, they've all been silent. They've all been quiet. Because right now, everybody, they fear. If you behave anyhow, you go see anyhow. That's how Trump operates. So you can even see Tuga when he was making his statement. I did look in face, make I see whether I can read anything from his face. It be like somebody where they just say, make it just go make the statement. It looks to me from the bottom of his heart that he's not happy. And so you can hear somebody who is bold, like Gumi, speaking, he's been consistent on his views. And I agree with the barrister that, Tinubu his name. The Sheikh is like Trump. He says what he's going to do. He has not been apologetic. He says it, but I hope too that he's very, very cautious and mindful because if you look at what has happened, I was trying to see whether it is true in some other platform where they say, no, this has only happened in Nigeria, it hasn't happened anywhere. But I just collated a history of what this kind of a thing, which is consistent with the U.S. policy. It has happened in so many places. Time no day to begin to name them, but we see that where terror exists, U.S. they hesitate after warning and giving you time to make amends. You go strike. So you can see it in Africa and so many other places. Whether it's Somalia, whether it's Iran, Libya, Iraq, Pakistan, Somalia, Yemen, Sudan. Even the Israelis have done it at Entebbe. So it's a precision action against specific threats, consistent with U.S. policy, aimed not to occupy, but to neutralize the threat. So I think I said it here, if you remember, that America is not playing, that Trump is not playing. I said Trump is not playing, and people were trying to downplay, what he said, and it can't happen. It's going to happen again if Nigeria doesn't strengthen doesn't do the right thing. It's unfortunate. Now, I think that there will be less talk about 2027 because now, if it continues with what people like Gumi are saying, Tinubu cannot, the North will not support him because you can already say they are saying that he's attacking their people. And that view has been consistent. They tell you you would never see them come outrightly to denounce terrorism. You have heard what many of them have said, oh, if you kill them, you are killing our people. Oh, these people are not terrorists. They are fighting for their human rights. I mean, they are fighting for X, Y, Z. Some people say, give them money, put them in the budget, and so on and so forth. And you're wondering, what is wrong with these people? With all the massive destruction and killing. And I looked at the bombing in Maiduguri, of a mosque in Maiduguri. Because I think that Intel would have gotten out, leaked out to, I can't confirm this, but I think that somehow, like say, Intel don't leak out to the insurgents that this is imminent. And because the Northeast is the area where Christians, have been mostly killed, targeted and killed, I think there's a feeling that if the US is going to attack, it's probably going to be from the Northeast. It's going to be in the Northeast. But you see, it happened in the Northwest in Sokoto. So somehow along the line, I think we haven't learned anything. I think there are still fifth columnists, even within the government, that are still giving information. To how did it happen? The night before Christmas Eve, that place was attacked, so that you can preempt or give the impression that only Christians are not being attacked. Muslims are also being attacked. And then on Christmas Day, this attack came. I'm trying to draw a linkage between the two, and to say that something would have happened, because it may not just be a coincidence. To me, it's likely that someone has leaked information, because since America is working with the Nigerian government,
if you
and the approval was given.
If you remember, the United States through the FBI don't want Nigerian government say there will be likely attacks on during this period. You understand?
Yes.
And and what did they call them? The DSS say yes, then they are aware of the intelligence. I mean, that was way before this Borno mosque bomb blast happened. So I don't know if they know more things that we don't know. Like, are there likely going to be more other incidents this time that may affect Christians? Maybe they just warm up with that Muslim mosque own. We don't know. So maybe they just do this one to show them, say, we know on a plan and we know it's on a do. I can't tell. Just like you said, there must be some correlation.
Yes. Yes. That's I can't confirm that, but that's the optics. That's how it looks like. But I'm saying that finally, Trump is just saying that I said that guns will come ablazing. It's really going to come ablazing. So we have seen the first step. I think the best thing for Nigeria to do is to show more commitment to fighting this terrorism.
Right.
Now, I'm not going to just to summarize, I'm not going to say that this is going to end terrorism. In the short term, may cause some disruption. In the long term, I don't know, it may make the situation complex, but we just wait and see. Thank you very much. Thank you, Barrister.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Hello, good evening and welcome. So what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry. I'm at work. I just said, I come across your channel on YouTube, and I said, let me just.
So today is your first day of coming here.
My first day. I just saw that.
You've been missing, you didn't miss. You've been on a long time.
I've joined you now. I'm subscribed to your.
Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead.
So yeah, basically, what I just want to say is, firstly, I would say thank you, God, thank you, Trump, thank you, America, for listening to our crying. You remember? Sorry, I told you how much. You remember when Buhari was there as the president? For just 4 years, I'm a Yoruba nation person. They killed 34,000 Yorubas alone. 34,000. We have everything. We have the details. Professor Manjakito, you have the details. 34,000. And when we talk, they will killing us. Look at Ngogom. Look at what they did in Ngogom. They scatter our king house. They burn children alive with the mother. Burn them alive. Then Sunday Igboho stood up. They said they should go and kill him. We will never forget that. We will never forget that. Look at when we've been crying. Look at the Benue people. They suffered even more than the Yorubas. Look at the Igbos. What have they done? Only carrying flag, protesting. Buhari tell the army to go and crush them. The first thing he came in, he put them the dot. Now the America comes. When we talk, they will say they should kill us. The last time the Sultan of Sokoto was defending the Fulani, saying he will fight Boko Haram. We will not forget all these things.
Thank you.
He can't come and be gaslighting us now, my sister. He said, well, he who fought Boko Haram is fighting Almighty Allah. Is that not what he said? We are not lying again. I have the paper with me. Maybe in Tribune or Guardian or what. I have them in my phone here. Now, America came after how many years? These people have been killing us for so long. They kill Abiola, they kill Kudira, they kill everybody just for them to be in power. It's not something they are just doing this millennium. Maybe those kids that was born in 2000, they didn't see what happened in 90s, in 80s. They didn't see it. I know what happened in the 80s, in 70s. The way these people have been behaving as if they lived our life. This is not normal. Nigeria is a first country.
Thank you.
And we are happy that Trump will come. And if Trump will come again, we are peaceful, loving people in the other part of the country. It's only these people that are creating people in this country. And now they're crying outside that we are Afenifere, we support it. We Yoruba, we support Trump to come because no Yoruba in Hausa land that is disturbing them. It's only they are the one coming from their place to come and disturb us in our place. I can't wait for 1 second for Nigeria to divide. Thank you. So that we can have peaceful life. They can live their life as they want to. They can enjoy their Sharia like a Ramadan cow, Ramadan ram. We want to eat chicken and enjoy our life in the southern part of Nigeria. We don't want war. We don't want all this Boko Haram. We are not the one creating them. People that want them, they want this thing. It's part of them. They should go for it. Enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you. Barrister, are you hearing? Somebody is advocating for separation of Nigeria. That kind of thing, you go get ahead.
No,
Nigeria.
No. We will have areas of cooperation. You see, it's like a relationship that is not working. Let's say two persons got married, and in the course of the marriage, they now realize that they have fundamental differences. If they separate, there's a timeline that is given within which they can examine if they will be able to come together. If they find that they cannot come together, that's why even in divorce matter, you hear of decree nisi first. Before, after 90 days, it will not migrate to decree absolute. So within the window of 90 days, if you realize that there is nothing that can bring people together, you proceed and the marriage ends. The moment you hit 90 days, it ends.
All right.
So there are areas that we may cooperate. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Definitely, whether we may need the yam, the brand of yam from the north. We may need them. They will open a gateway.
We'll go import.
They will pass it. Yes, they will pass it to us.
Let me
if they need our team,
more calls and then let you react at once. Hello, good evening. Ogatoni Chukudi. Merry Christmas to you, sir.
I wish you the same and to the barrister, the families. So,
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, Precious. Sometimes I always try to start with my joke. Precious, what is the meaning of away?
Away. I don't know. I beg, Ogatoni Chukudi, don't ask me jump question. Go straight to the point.
So, Precious, there is something that the barrister said, which I love so much. I was trying to call you and say that, and he just hinted on it.
Okay.
You see, the Saudis share intelligence with the Americas, or with the Five Eyes. I'm sure you know the countries that made up the Five Eyes. And then they deported Gumi back. And you think that America doesn't know about it? I know you shut your away or away. So the point is that whatever they are doing, and Precious, you know what? The other thing, T.Y. Dajima was saying that he is getting sick. You know that there are some of us who are in the same mood that we are sick. The other day, the guy that Dr. What's his name was saying that he just noticed that the majority of Nigerians in diaspora have already lost hope. Majority of us are in that situation. That when you look at the budget, when they pass the budget, half of the money in budget comes from the diaspora. But they don't allow us to talk. And everybody is trying to make it work, but they still talk about the people in that way are the one creating the problem, and they don't want us to talk. Now, look at the people talking every time on the radio, on the television. Do you know that they're all almost highly educated? I mean, from the north. They call Fulanis, they are highly educated. None of them goes there with you see them with doctorates. And majority of them studied or did their doctorate degree in the Western world or somewhere else outside Nigeria. And their families are not, majority of them, their families are not living there. The other day, he posted a video of the lady that was talking. You can hear her English, very polished.
Yes,
English.
very. She speaks so well.
So that shows you that they know what is going on. And all of them are supporting this. It's only one strike that they are talking of. But the same people, these funny hairs men, the terrorists, have been striking more than one strike. Okay, look at what happened in the mosque. Who did it? In Maiduguri.
They said it's Boko Haram.
None of them condemned it. None of them condemned it.
No, they did. Northern Governors Forum condemned it. They condemned it.
And what of the Sultan?
I don't know about that one yet, but they condemned it.
You see, what I'm trying to say is that majority of these people that are coming out to talk, like the one that you just played, I was saying that he's not talking about, but he's trying to say that Trump can do anything that he wants to do. Okay, if you know that Trump can do anything that he wants to do in Nigeria, then what are you talking? Is it not countering what is coming out from his mouth? Okay, Trump doesn't need permission. Now Trump has strike. What is the problem? And you're telling Nigerian government, but you say that Trump doesn't need permission. And the reason that they don't understand is that once an organization is mentioned as a terrorist, there is nothing stops them from any country striking. That's why you see Israel can fly to any other place and strike any target they want, because that person or that the organization that person represents has been listed as a terrorist organization. It doesn't have bound. I'm sure the barrister can kind of elaborate more on this. So when they are talking, that's the same thing Buhari did, but by putting the Southeast everything there terrorists, so that a strike can happen without even anybody getting any warning, any permission. I'm so annoyed when people from the north coming out to defend these people. If they know that they want them, just as the barrister said, let them produce and export, but they shouldn't export it down south. It's just annoying. People were here, you just, throughout the whole Christmas, because of intelligence, they said that there might be a strike in energy. Well, nobody knows. I was telling my family, be careful when you are going out to church.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I haven't raised my voice like this, but it's just annoying. It's just frustrating. Every day you keep on hearing one thing or the other. Killing, there is no day you not turn the radio or the telephone, you will not hear killing. And somebody will come on the national radio talking trash. So it means they know what is going on, they support it. Is there any benefit they are getting from it? Let them tell Nigerians. I'm so annoyed with all these things. It's affecting some of us that are living in the diaspora, our mental state.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye, Precious.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I get Henry for backyard, make a letter and just talk in mind so that Mr. Monkey will react to everyone at once. Henry, good evening and welcome. Good afternoon, it's afternoon over here. I don't know what time it is at your end.
Good morning, Precious.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, good morning, everyone the viewers. I want to just go straight to the point. I just want to thank the barrister. You know what? Everything the barrister said, it's exactly what is going to happen if Nigerian government didn't get their acts together. You know, I knew that Trump would strike because that first day he made that statement that they will come very sweet and swift. I knew he's going to strike. And even that day, I wanted to tell you that they are gonna strike during holiday time because they know our people like holidays now. So everybody's mind will just be, out of not knowing that something is coming. So I knew that they're gonna strike because the U.S. government, they don't play with terrorists because terrorists have done a very great damage in this country. You see that 9/11, they can never forget that thing. So anywhere there's terrorism, they are coming for you. They don't even need to get any approval from your government. So what they actually do, it was testing. You know, as time unfolds or things get unfold, you know, they're gonna make sure that they get everybody that those
All
people
right.
who are their sponsors, they will get all of them, and they will make sure they prosecute all everybody that is involved. So that's all my own take. You know, thank you for all you do. I mean, it's not easy, you know, coming out every time because at least you have been making other people to be aware what is going on in the society. Even this morning, I call my village. They don't even know that they are already strike. Could you people in Nigeria? They don't even know what is going on in Nigeria. So, you know, but being that you are coming, at least other people have been doing, because it's not easy though, because some of them to even buy the data to start listening to you, it's not easy, you know. So a lot of people like information in Nigeria. That's the problem, you know. Yeah. Thank you for all you do.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Good evening. Ogamadu Abuchi from United Kingdom. Go ahead, sir.
Embrace God. Yeah.
Oh, Makwachuku. Welcome, sir.
I am angry.
Why?
Annoyed with Trump.
What vexed thou?
With Trump.
Why?
I think he has not done enough. We are waiting for him. Ab initio, I've said it to you, and I said it. Why is he wasting all this time? There is a Biafra to create. There is a Biafra to create. There are Christians who are supposed to be set free to practice their religion. Now again, look at the tax that is coming up by the Tinubu government. Look at the Nigeria entirely. Trump should please come over and take over this country. Rule this country. Help us to
rule your country.
Salvage Christianity. We are not a sovereign country. We are not a sovereign country. We're supposed to be ruled again. British people ruled us, and their system is not helping us. We need to try America. We need to succumb and conquer to Americans. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir. If that's your opinion, thank you, sir.
That's my opinion. Yeah. That's my opinion.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me just let Barrister Monkey. Barrister Monkey, do you have a final thought? Let's you react.
Yeah. To the last caller. I will disagree with him. I know that he is prepared by deep pain, anger, and frustration, so to say. but he need to cage his temper. Now, I know that a lot of our diasporan brethren, they are already equipped with ideas, even in terms of leadership. Most of them are so equipped. Most of them who are abroad, they don't need to be paid to be legislators. They want to give their services. They want things to improve, because what we make them happy is what they are able to contribute to life. I know a lot of them abroad, they are tired, they are sick, they want to come here. You see, one of the things that is giving leverage to these our political graduates, those I call political opportunists, they are not gaining relevance from when things are working right. It's when things are working offline that give them relevance. That is not the direction of the world. I want peaceful division of the country, because, see, by my little knowledge, there is nothing you can do to satisfy these terrorists except you are ready to convert to their weighed way of reasoning. If you are not, they are not interested in you. So for us to have peace, if Israel can be in the Middle East among the whole Arab world, why not? I'm just having a mental picture. You know, if a country like Nigeria, I say this to people, based on the political calculus of Nigeria, the civil war is still continuing though, in a different dimension. What you see happening in Lagos is continuation of the civil war. If National Assembly cannot say anything against the destruction or the carrying out of war against a particular group of people, destruction that where ethnic dimension face, and all whatnot that is going on in certain part of the country, let's divide peacefully. Then if there are areas of cooperation, we can relate, we can coordinate, we can reach out to one another. If, for instance, tomorrow, we need assistance of terrorists, we may write to them across the border and tell them that we need technical assistance in terrorism. They may send their expert. They may send their expert to come, just like if you need technical assistance from the Israelis, they can tell you, okay, we'll give visa to some of your people, let them come over, we'll teach them how to plant, you know, if they cannot guarantee bringing their people down to your place. All right? So we can have exchange program. But I don't see where we are going to cooperate. I don't see where we will need terrorism. The world has gone far. The world is going on. So to him, we are expecting that they who are abroad, they are the people that will come to tell us that this is the way things are abroad. We don't need another white man to come and take control of things. All of you who are being abroad, we will need to harvest from your own ideas. Then render these our political opportunists, you know, let's just put them into the dustbin of history. They will not be remembered. The people like Akpabio, they will not be remembered. See, for me as an individual, all those who have destroyed rule of law in this.
Okay, so network don't go bad. It's unfortunate, Barrister Mankey. Our time is already fast spent. It's already 2 hours into the show, and we just have to be calling it quits because we're coming back live again by 9 p.m. So are you back there? Okay. I was waiting for you to wrap up because we lost you for a while.
Right. So in summary, basically what I want is let us divide peacefully, because the way it is, you can't convince these people though. Precious. Even though they give you 24 hours, you cannot convince these people. You cannot convince them. And you don't need to undermine their body language. They have told you who they are. They have told you what they want. It's for you to examine and say, can we dwell together? If we cannot dwell together, let's live peacefully, stay apart. All right? And then we'll build a fence line. Most of these are youth that are not, having job. We train them in security. They be a coast guard by the sea, on land. We just run a fence. And then they stay on their own. We stay on our own. It's as simple as that. If we need any area of cooperation, we can cooperate. But with the way things are, I'm looking forward that 2026 is going to be a very dramatic year. A lot of things are going to happen. I expect more serious airstrike. In the coming days, you will see exposition of the, the behavior of these people. They will come out very clear. They will declare war. There will be more killings. So people within that area should take care of themselves. There's going to be more killing. And America and Israel is going to come out fully. And if need be, I say it on a parting shot. Let them just recognize Biafra, and then that will be a starting point. We'll form shadow government abroad, and then we'll not know where we are. We can live separately. We don't want any problem. Let's not fight. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Barrister Monkey. I know this was an urgent call, but you did oblige me immediately. I called you. I appreciate you. By the next time we will see, possibly next year. So wishing you, wishing, oh my goodness, sorry. Wishing you a very prosperous seasonal celebration.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for all that you've done for this platform. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. All right, Nigerian, that's the size of our packages. We're returning again by 9 p.m. with Prince Francis Chilaka, and then I'll bring more updates because there are more developing stories concerning this. So we'll definitely bring on more updates of things really happen for inside the country, step by step, and then we'll get more time to talk. But for now, I know some people they work and some people they distracted because they work already. So make I just allow them and then go rest and go back to work. I love you guys. I appreciate you. If you're not following us across all social media platforms, please ensure that you do so. We are at Precious Ini TV across all social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube here, and every other place. Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, yeah, everywhere at Precious Ini TV. And if you've not liked this post, they pay money now. Yeah, go and click like, subscribe to this platform so that you'll be hearing more from us. I love you. I appreciate you big time. See you later in the evening. Goodbye for now. Take care.